Hey beautiful people, welcome to the daily oracle for the 7th of May and Scorpio Full Moon guidance. Hey beautiful people, it's your girl Shakima. I'm just stopping in today for a quick reading for us for the energies of today, Thursday the 7th of May. It's a pretty intense day today because we are navigating through the energies of the Scorpio full moon. So there's definitely a lot in the air for us to sort of navigate our way through. For us here in the UK, the moon went full at 11:45 a.m. this morning. So we are sort of dealing with the energies as the moon shifts in degrees of the sign of Scorpio for today's Scorpio full moon. So we're going to go ahead and get straight into some stuff. Before I do forget to mention, I hope you guys are having an awesome day today. BTW, if you're not having such a great day, do just try to let the energies dissipate, okay? If, I guess, you are sort of feeling the density of the energies today, then do try your best to process as much as possible. Utilize your tools, find your happy medium in terms of balancing the scales of the densities of the energies for today, and let's keep it pushing, guys. That being said, definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know how you've found the information, how you've been able to utilize it as far as the energies for the day. And definitely be sure to give me a thumbs up if you like it, okay? And subscribe if you like my vibe and you want to be part of the tribe. Definitely hit the notification bell somewhere around here to keep you in the know for when I upload these awesome videos for you guys. That being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. I do want to put this disclaimer out there. These are going to be general readings, guys, so they're not going to resonate with everyone. If it doesn't resonate, do just try to let the energies dissipate, okay? But if it does resonate, definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know how you guys have been able to effectively utilize the info. Okay, my nose is tingling, so my guys are definitely present in the room. We're going to go ahead and set the space and pull some cards for you guys and get the clarity going for us, guys. So I ask that only beings of the purest and highest of vibrations are present to provide me with the insight, clarity, and guidance needed so that I may be able to relay and convey such insights as openly and as clearly and as concisely as possible. I ask that I'm used and utilized as a mediumship vessel to be able to relay and convey such insights as openly and as clearly and as concisely as possible. It is so done. Ashe. Right, guys. That being said, we're going to go ahead and get straight into the awesomeness of today. So I'm going to do a little bit of a moon watch for you guys for today. I mentioned that the moon's going full at 11:45 a.m. Or had gone full today here in the UK at 11:45 a.m. So Scorpio is a fixed water sign. So we're dealing with our emotions being very fixed in its perspective, and it's kind of trying to find its way to stabilize at the minute. So there's definitely a lot that's really taking place for us right now. So Scorpio is the 8th house and it's ruled by the planet Pluto. Pluto is actually in retrograde at the minute, which means that all of the attributes of Pluto, which is all about death and rebirth, again coinciding with Scorpio's ability to transform our existence and our experiences. As a result, we're going through internal rebirth, we're going through internal processing, we're going through shifting the way that our emotions are actually vibrating, whatever frequency our emotions are vibrating at. Those are some of the things that we're being guided to transform at the moment. So that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and get straight into the energies of today, because Scorpio is all about the mysteries of things as well. It's about the things that aren't necessarily seen. It's about the mystics of life, you know, the things that we aren't necessarily as curious as we need to be when it comes to the information that's sort of allowing for transformational experiences to take place. Hope that you guys are sort of like sticking with me here. So the aspects of the avatar that's being affected by today's moon transit, we've got the genitals, anus, urethra, and prostate. So we are getting mainly root and sacral chakra activation for this Scorpio full moon energy, guys. So what does this mean for us? So we're getting the opportunity to stabilize in the way that we are creating, to allow for that to bring us some stability. Okay, so The energies of today is actually giving us an opportunity to be able to, and it's interesting as well because we've got eclipses sort of coming after this Scorpio full moon energy, you know, so there's definitely a lot. This is the flower moon as well, so this is where things can actually flower and be birthed into life between this transit that we're sort of going through at the minute for this Scorpio energy. So very, very blessed times for us, guys. I don't want to make this too long for us, so I'm going to try my best to keep it as short as possible for us. So we're going to go ahead and see what is the divine guidance for us, and then I'm going to close out the space with an oracle card for each of the elements. So that would be earth, air, water, and fire, and I'll get into what you know, zodiacs represent what tribe as far as the elements, okay, just in case there's, you know, if you're not too familiar. What is the divine guidance spirit for my life warriors for today, Thursday the 7th of May, for the Scorpio full moon? What do we need to know? Okay, so a lot of us have been sort of trying to find that will, trying to find that motivation to sort of, you know, carry on, especially to do with our finances. There's a lot of debts that we're sort of still paying off. And some of us may have found ourselves being slightly selfish as well to be able to manifest and materialize certain things into place just because of that sheer determination. So we're actually being guided at the minute to just, you know, navigate our way through self-sufficiency effectively, because there are going to be obstacles to the situation. We're going to have to learn how to walk away from any course of action that's just going to see us aimlessly drifting without a cause. And I can see as well that we're definitely challenging the traditional viewpoints and values of things as we navigate through this. We're determined even to challenge the traditional viewpoints because it seems as though we're sort of challenging the status quo of things, where we're testing the waters a little bit, and we're determined to be able to become self-sufficient, or at least that's the energy that's kind of bringing us into the Scorpio full moon. The present journey that we're sort of embarking on at the minute is a journey of transformation. We're going through a rite of passage, this Scorpio full moon, and it's actually going to bring us recovery moving forward. So there's definitely a lot riding on this Scorpio full moon energy. That being said, let's go ahead and see where we are presently and what path we're crossing. Okay, what is the divine guidance spirit? Where are my life warriors? Okay, so we have a lot going on for us. So a lot of us, we are living in a place of confusion. Okay, we're living in a place of confusion, but it seems as though the things that we're confused about, for some of us, we're actually looking at areas that we've been stabbed in the back, for lack of a better way of putting it. People have basically just kind of walked all over us at times. I can see this is particularly to do with our friendship relationships, and we're still a little bit conflicted about some of those situations. We're still a little bit conflicted about how selfish certain people may have shown up in our community, and we're really sort of trying to find a way to navigate through the emotional I guess, process of everything, because there's still a sense of attachment from what I can hear. And that's kind of why we are having to take the time to really look and dive deep into understanding what those emotional attachments are and how they've kind of shaped our ideas of those people. And maybe, you know, we've seen that they were who they show themselves to be in whatever situations kind of transpired. I want to say within the last 3 to 4 months, you guys are kind of completing a cycle with whatever's been sort of taking place for you guys over the course of the last 3 to 4 months. And the confusion that you're kind of going through at the minute, it seems as though there's an element of forgiveness that's taking place. Some people are kind of really forgiving very sharp communication that was very abusive, communication that was very torrential in the way that it was actually sort of projected out there. It was kind of projected without a sense of care, basically. So there's still a lot of things that we're sort of navigating through. And for some of us, I want to say this goes even deeper. We may be sort of dealing with situations in our friendships that had been taking place over the course of the last 3 years or so, where we're really trying to get some clarity on what is the best course of action to take moving forward. Let's see, what is the past trajectory leading into the present challenge that we're navigating through at the minute, Spirit? What is the past trajectory? Okay. So in the past, we were dealing with missed opportunities. It feels like people were sort of being aloof, and we missed the opportunities to read certain signs. You know, they weren't necessarily being as forthcoming, and there were the signs that were there. So now we're actually having to go through the process of identifying how we could have potentially been a little bit more conscious in navigating through some of those relationship dynamics. And it's interesting because Spirit's kind of showing us that you knew all along, you saw them all along, and you still chose to, give them the benefit of your doubt, the better sense of your judgment, and it just became your turn. Whatever you've seen them react or give the same sort of energy to other people, and to see them sort of give that same energy to you, you're now kind of looking at the situation feeling like, you're a little bit unsure about how to feel about the situation. You're slightly overwhelmed. There's definitely some blocked feelings that you're kind of navigating your way through at the minute. Again, it's those emotional attachments that I was sort of speaking about, really. And that's kind of for the overall consciousness that we're kind of navigating through for this Scorpio full moon. What is the outcome for the energies of this Scorpio full moon for the collective spirit? As clearly as you can. Okay, so the advice or the outcome is that we'll be able to ground ourselves. We are going to persevere with the situation that we're kind of navigating through. There's illusions here, basically. We've been utilizing a lot of just distractionary measures. So we've been distracting ourselves so that we don't necessarily have to be as transparent at times. Sometimes we've kind of utilized misplaced loyalty. We haven't necessarily spoken up about situations that we knew weren't necessarily going to affect other people too well, and that same energy returned itself to us eventually through whoever it was that was kind of giving that kind of energy. So the best way that I can put it, so I'm not speaking in riddles, you've kind of seen your friend be a little bit of a for lack of a better way of putting it, a bit of a Queen of Swords in reverse, where she's a little bit cold, a little bit bitchy at times, or he may be a little bit standoffish, a little bit closed off. And you've seen him sort of be that way towards other people, but now you're seeing that energy returned to you, and it's just interesting because you already sort of saw the signs. So you'll be able to persevere. This is actually going to give you an opportunity to have a spiritual sort of overcomance. I don't know how to sort of put that towards the end of this. And again, I said Queen of Swords energy, so again, I wasn't sort of lying. It was just, again, in reverse. I'm reading it, I'm getting the energy of it being in the past in reverse, but being upright moving forward. So we know moving forward, this is actually going to actually help a lot of us in terms of the way that we make decisions, particularly to do with our career, because of those situations, because of the disappointments and the betrayals within those situations. Moving forward from this Scorpio full moon, we're actually going to be soul searching, diving really deep into seeing how we can actually be a little bit better in the way that we're dealing with our career situations as a result. It was a blessing in disguise. That's probably the best way that I can put it. It's giving us an opportunity to have a power up in our career at the minute, because we're dealing with the lockdown situation. For a lot of us, our careers are actually going through a transformation in itself, and that's the area where those betrayals are going to show up as blessings, as advantages as opposed to disadvantages. We're going through a process of completing the cycle of just being foolish, for lack of a better way of putting it, being naive at times because of our tendency to be codependent, because of the filters that we're sort of seeing people through. When they're showing up as themselves, we're actually learning how to see them as themselves for just who they are, growing in their own personal journey and understanding of themselves, and coming to realizations for ourselves as well that we need to take better care of ourselves. We need to take better care of our own personal interests. And it seems as though this Scorpio full moon is going to give us an opportunity to really get a little bit more focused on our goals, as opposed to continuing to be focused on what didn't necessarily work in those situations. Okay? And from what I can see, the situations that I'm referring to are situations to do with our friendships and our communities at large. So our team that we network with, there's been a lot of betrayals in those areas that are going through a process of transformation. But first, we have to be willing to, allow for ourselves to be open to the transition of everything. And we have to be open to letting Spirit give us a different perspective on the situation. Okay, that being said, we're going to go ahead and get straight into the actual reading for the guidance for each of the different tribes. So we're going to start off, seeing as we are dealing with the element of water for this Scorpio full moon, we're going to start off with the water tribe. That's for myself. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can get some guidance for you guys. It's already come out, guys. Spirit was just absolutely raring to go. So the advice for us, guys, is to be a warrior woman. Okay, it's to be a warrior woman, and when there are fear-based illusions that crops up, because again we had the if I'm not mistaken, the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Cups in reverse, and we also had another card attached to that. But it was really just showing us about, here we go. Yeah, the Hermit. There we go. We had the Hermit card attached, and it's really just talking to us about going within to soul search and see, what is really going to be the best thing for us in terms of career choices moving forward. In terms of that aspect, Spirit is saying, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? So every time fear crops up for you, rationalize that fear. Ask yourself, what's the worst thing that can happen in this situation? Why am I so fearful of this? Face your absolute worst. That way you can focus on creating from a place of your absolute best intentions. We're actually going to be able to break the chains of that. We're going to be rewriting the future by being able to navigate our way through these fear-based perspectives with this Scorpio full moon. And we're going to be learning how to mother ourselves. We're going to be activating our inner light by nurturing ourselves, nurturing our fears, rationalizing our fears, and allowing for our fears to be able to give us an opportunity to see ourselves from a new perspective, through new eyes, if you will, or new eye, more to the point. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and have a look and see what's going on with my fire tribe. Before I sort of close out that space, I do want to mention that the water tribe, Team Slytherin, if you will, if you're if you have an understanding of what I mean when I say that. So Team Slytherin, that would be Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. So that is the advice for us. Face our fears like we're a warrior woman. If we weren't afraid, what would we actually do if we weren't sort of riddled with fear about the outcome of the situation? Just tackle the situation as if fear is not a, not that it's not a factor, but it's not the be all and end all of the situation. It's just one perspective. We're giving ourselves an opportunity to see what is another perspective that we can actually see our experiences through, and how it's going to be able to manifest itself for us is to be able to just answer the inner calling for us. If we weren't scared, what would we do? It's all about self-inquiry for us, is the advice for my water tribe. So for my fire tribe, Spirit, what is the advice for my fire tribe for this Scorpio full moon? As clearly as you can for my fire tribe. So fire tribe would be my Aries babies, my Leo babies, and my Sagittarius tribe. Okay, so for you guys, Spirit is saying that you are sort of needing to protect yourself as you cut and release your soul contracts. Okay, you're going through a process of unbounding, guys. You're going through a process of unbounding for my fire tribe. And Spirit's saying that you're going to need protection as you navigate through it, because you're going through a soul retrieval. And as you cut these soul contracts from past life energy that you may be carrying as well, you'll actually be able to call back your power. You'll actually be able to really retrieve your soul. All of the darkness from the karma that you may have been carrying will actually be able to be released. And as you're going through that this time, the advice for you guys is to protect yourselves. Protect yourselves from the shadows of others. Protect yourselves from the shadows of your past that may be impacting and affecting your present. And whilst you navigate your way through that, don't dim your light. You don't have to dim your light to fit in. You don't have to pretend to be something that you're not as you're trying to learn how to protect yourself. You can be your biggest, brightest self in this transit. In fact, that's probably what Spirit is actually asking of you to do. Find your biggest, brightest light amidst the darkness of whatever it is that you're going through for this Scorpio full moon, and channel into that and allow for it to get brighter and allow for it to grow. Nurture it is what Spirit is advising for you guys. Really identify areas of your life that you're probably dimming your light, so that you can fit in and make other people feel comfortable. Spirit's saying you're breaking away from that. Some of you guys, this may be attached to past life karma. Some of you guys, this may be attached to contracts that you may have had when you're a child, where again, as kids, it's just easier for us to fit in. Individuality isn't something that's glorified as a child, and you kind of just want to blend in and fade into the background. So I guess for a lot of us, those are some of the things that you may be sort of cutting and releasing some of those patterns for this Scorpio full moon. Okay, but the advice in doing the protection for yourself is to understand that you're on a double mission. You're channeling and uplifting humanity at the same time. So you don't need to fit in to do your job. You just need to be who you are, so that the work that you're here to do can be fulfilled. That in itself is your purpose. You just being who you are. And if you're doing that where you are, you know, dimming your light just to be able to be just like everyone else, you're doing a disservice to yourself. So Spirit's going to be giving us an opportunity for this Scorpio full moon to break away from some of those patterns in that are no longer serving you for my fire tribe. Okay, moving into, so that would be Team Gryffindor, guys. So we're going to move in to the element of Earth. So this will be my Team Hufflepuff. Team Hufflepuff, this would consist of my Capricorns, my Virgos. I'm a Virgo sun as well, guys. So, sorry, Virgo rising. My bad. I'm a Pisces sun. I was thinking about my Pisces sun. So this is going to be insightful for me as well as far as this energy. So Capricorn, Virgo, and the other earth element is Taurus, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and see what is the divine guidance for you guys for the Scorpio full moon, and we can take it from there. What is the divine guidance, Spirit, for my earth tribe babies for the Scorpio full moon, Thursday the 7th of May? Okay, so for you guys, Spirit is saying you're already doing it. Okay, you are already doing it, my earth tribe. You are actually sharing your voice. Okay, you're sharing your voice. You're coming out of your cave. You're living in persecution and expression of self. Spirit's actually saying you're already doing what you need to be doing. Stop overthinking what you are supposed to be doing, because you're already embodying the vibration of that, which is beautiful. Spirit's just saying keep facing your true north. Okay, the keepers of the earth are with you. You're not alone. The ancestors stand beside you, and they are guiding you as pillars of light to help you light the way so that you can keep your light on. You know, they're kind of helping you to achieve your goals so that you can keep your motivation going, even amidst all of this confusion that's kind of taking place at the minute, guys. Remember, moving forward, we are going to be able to persevere these energies, and this betrayal that we're sort of navigating through, we're completing a cycle with it. For some of us, we thought that we had completed certain cycles before, but now we're actually really going deeper into seeing the why those instances were necessary. So Spirit's saying for you, Earth Tribe, don't overthink it. Don't focus on trying to find the why. The why is already within you. Seek and you shall find. The internal rebirth that you're going through, just by sharing your thoughts and sharing your emotions and your viewpoints and perspective and living in and embodying the expression of your core nature of yourself, you're doing what you need to do. Just stop overthinking it, and let it naturally flow, and just allow for yourself to journey within and ask yourself, where are you being called to journey to? You know, as you embark on this process within yourself, what is the ultimate outcome going to be for you internally, as opposed to focusing on the external materials of things, you know? And I know that that's challenging for you, for my earth tribe, because you guys, obviously, you're the element of you know, earth. It's the element of materializing things into manifestation. So I know that that's going to be tricky, but Spirit's saying keep doing what you're doing, keep facing your true north, and stop overthinking it. Okay, just keep being it, keep embodying it. You're doing an awesome job. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and close out the space and see what is the divine guidance for the final tribe, which will be, guys, Team Ravenclaw. So this will be my air tribe baby. So this is my Geminis, my Libras, as well as my Aquarius babies. And I'm an Aquarius Pisces cusp, guys. So again, this is further guidance for myself, and I'm super, super excited to see what is taking place at the minute, because this is like literally giving me life, guys. I have the my moon is also actually in in Capricorn. So this is giving me an opportunity to understand more about my emotions, and ensuring that I don't overthink things emotionally. I shouldn't overthink the emotion, just let the emotion express itself. This is how I'm reading for my personal self. So I'm giving you guys some insight into what's sort of taking place. And the advice for me, because my sun sign is Pisces, my ego is being told to face those fears that may be showing up emotionally. You know, so this is beautiful, beautiful guidance for me, guys. And I hope that it is just as, you know, insightful for you guys as well. So we're going to go ahead and see what is the divine guidance for my air tribe for the Scorpio full moon, guys, for Thursday the 5th of May. What do my air tribe babies need to know, Spirit? As clearly as you can, please. Wow, Earth tribe, you guys, my air tribe babies. You guys are definitely needing to be made aware of a lot, but I also understand the path that we're crossing is also, you know, it's the element of air, confusion. We're confused in terms of communication. So again, this is the element of air showing itself, and we're definitely going through something big for my air tribe. You guys have 6 cards. So this is definitely important as far as the message here for you guys. So what I'm seeing for my air tribe is that things have started to unfold for you guys in the past. You know, there's a lot of the past that you're now going to come to realize was happening for you, not necessarily to you. And that's because you actually have a lot of helpers. You have the Council of Light that is on your side. You know, there's ascended masters that are walking with you and allowing for you to be able to navigate through the pains of your past. You know, it's divinely orchestrated so that you can become more aware of how to be able to ground yourself in terms of communication, how to be able to not always constantly take things in all the time, and just learn how to take things at face value so you can be a little bit more grounded. Spirit's kind of, again, asking you to journey within and really go deep within those emotions to see how you can be, you know, better grounded as you sort of engage with others. And moving forward from the energies of this Scorpio full moon, Spirit's really just saying a transformation is going to take place. Just say yes. You know, things are changing at a cellular level. There's definitely deep healing taking place. There's DNA activation taking place. The initiation has begun for this Scorpio full moon for my air tribe. And again, you guys also have the keepers of the earth walking with you, the ancestors, the ascended masters. They're going to bring you into alignment with your soul family, with your soul tribe, through this transformation that you'll be navigating your way through for this Scorpio full moon. So remember who you are, guys. For each and every single one of you guys, from what I can see in terms of everything that we're going through at the minute, we're going to be learning our why. The paths that we have taken, there was a number of paths that we could have taken, but we've chosen this path somehow consciously and subconsciously for some of us. And there is a why that is still uncovering itself, and we're learning why through the how things have actually unfolded and how it will continue to unfold. I know 2020 is definitely a year to remember, and there's still so much to take place because we're only in the first quarter of it, but Spirit is really just sort of saying to us, hey guys, there's a transformation taking place overall. Just say yes, protect yourself throughout the process of that, and just know that you can face your fears because you're already doing it. You've already done it. That's what's taken you this far. Don't necessarily allow for yourself to get lost in the cycles that you're actually trying to break the chains and shackles of, because you're doing an amazing job and this has been divinely orchestrated. Okay, the Akashic records had already had your footprints taking this path along your course, so let it be and let it become. That's all I'm hearing for you guys. So I'm going to love you guys and leave it there for you guys. I hope that was useful for you guys. Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know how you guys have effectively been able to utilize the information in this reading. I'm definitely going to be diving a little bit deeper for us, guys, into a full-on reading for the different tribes. So definitely join me on that. On my Patreon channel. Link to access that will be in the description box below. You can also get access to that via my website as well, accessing the exclusive content and the extended readings as well. And that's pretty much it for me, guys. I'm not really sort of like doing much personal readings at the minute because I'm focusing on getting content out to you guys, and I'm building a program for you guys to be able to utilize as much of the information for your self-counseling and coaching yourself. So until that is finished, I'm not really doing much personal sort of readings at the minute. So definitely let me know how this general reading has resonated with you guys, and if it doesn't resonate, don't try to let it fit or make it fit into areas. If it doesn't resonate, do let it dissipate. What does resonate and is for you, take that away and let that be specifically for you in terms of, you know, what you are going to utilize the information to do moving forward. Okay, this is all information, not confirmation of anything. It's just to give you an opportunity to get some insights and utilize your tools as you navigate through the energies. That being said, guys, I'm gonna love you guys and leave it there for you guys. And definitely be sure to give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and if you like my vibe, you want to be a part of the tribe, guys, definitely be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you guys can be kept in the know of when I upload these awesome videos for you guys, because there's going to be a lot that's going to be taking place for us, guys. Okay, I'm gonna love you guys and leave it there for you guys, and I guess I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, God bless and a show. Mwah. Take care, guys. That's all, folks. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell for more.